All right, how's everyone doing? I am Rich Celenza. Thanks for checking out my channel. So what I want to get into today is actually paying attention to when you're lifting heavy weights and the effect it's having on your body. Now, I am somebody who loved and still loves lifting a lot of heavy weights, still to this day, and I'm in my 50s. But I do think sometimes what people have to realize is maybe taking a break from always going heavy, always going to failure. And I'm all about experimenting if you know anything about me. And I learned over the years, especially in my 20s and 30s, even 40s, that constantly lifting heavy weights was taking a toll on my body, my joint, my muscles. And again, I still have to, and I'm actually just going to start this week again, is backing up a little bit. Does that mean I'm not going to go back to lifting heavy weights or not going? No, of course, I'm going to always be doing that. That's just who I am. But I also think what helped me be consistent through the years was knowing when to kind of kick it in the ass for long periods of time and then saying, now you just have to back it up a little bit, even if it's just for a week or so. Maybe even, I actually do all these different types of workouts. I may change it up from month to month. I never do the same workout per day. I've been doing this for many, many years, decades, because I didn't want to get bored. But back to kind of paying attention to your body, because always going heavy too, I think to a certain degree, you get some great results. You build up, a certain amount of strength. You hold a certain type of mass, which is great. And I think a lot of times with us, we think, hey, if we start going lighter, we're going to lose a lot of that mass. We're going to lose a lot of that strength. You may lose a little here and there, but then again, I'm going to tell you something. I have gone where I've taken breaks. I've still worked out. I don't mean breaks out of the gym, which I'm going to get into in a minute. I'm just saying taking some breaks from constantly going heavy, or even close to I'm not saying maxing out, I haven't done that in years, but just getting to the point where I'm only doing 1, 2, or 3 reps per set. I don't do that at my age anymore, but still, if you are somebody constantly doing that throughout your workouts, switch it up a little bit. All right, switch up different exercises and the weight. A lot of times throughout the years, a lot of my friends that worked out hardcore heavy weights, they'd work out for certain amounts of time, then they would take time off as well, right? And a lot of times you're like, man, I just got to give my body a break. I get it. Right? Sure. Okay. They take a week off here, 2 weeks here, a month here, off and on. I'm not saying your body sometimes doesn't need a break, but I think being more consistent and paying attention and saying, you know what, I don't necessarily need a ton of time off. I just need to back up at certain times and try different things because I'm kind of wearing something else or wearing something out, within my body. A lot of guys hit a lot of chest, right? They hit a lot of arms. After a while, they just may be fatigued. But that doesn't mean all of a sudden you need to take weeks or even months off of doing those exercises. It just may mean it's either time to try different exercises, different amount of reps, different amount of sets, right? Thinking about something a little different type of movements as well. I don't know if you look at YouTube or Instagram, or all these dudes, they're showing you different style workouts. I even have some workout videos of my own actually on YouTube that I kind of went through with each body part. I also did some stuff on swimming, so if you want, you can check those out. But again, if you are somebody who's always going heavy, okay, and now you've hit the point where you're not necessarily gaining any strength, you're not going up, and you want to increase in strength, you're not getting any more size. Actually, you're starting to feel a little depleted. It's time to make some changes. Now, again, I'm not telling you to back up and start doing less weight. But I do think maybe the way you've been doing something for so long, your body is it's become numb to it, I think. And your body's not reacting to it because it's probably had its fill of those type of movements. Back to experimenting, okay? Try things that you've never done before, along with kind of incorporate, I call it kind of like turning it on its head. And I just did a video, and I don't think I posted it yet. It's called like doing legs in reverse, where a lot of people just come in and do legs. They'll either do squats or they'll do leg presses, and then they'll go do a leg curl for quads, maybe a leg curl hamstrings, and kind of do the same thing year after year, even decade after decade. Kind of flip it around. Save squats and leg press for last. And I know you'd be like, how would I do that? You can do that. You're not going to be able to do as much weight because your legs will be a little more fatigued, but you'll get a different type of result. It gives you a different type of soreness. Again, I'm always trying different types of things, and that's what I want you to experiment with, especially if, when it comes to lifting weights and the thing is, and I'm just going to lay it out there and then I'm going to wrap this up, going heavy all the time for, I mean, long periods of time, does take a toll on your tendons and joints. We all know that, and muscles. But it also takes a toll on a lot of other things as well, all right? I'm just telling you. And just kind of basically balancing out a little bit, where it's not always about, like, kind of, and I get we love to destroy our body. We love being sore at the end. We love building up that strength, but kind of get more balance to it. If you're gonna lift all the time heavy, just kind of take maybe a break once in a while. Give your body that break. And, you know, maybe trying different types of exercises as well, not only in the gym, but outside too. And I think just incorporating a lot of different things will just help your body in the long run, especially if you want to lift heavy weights in the future, like in your 50s, like me, 60s, maybe even in your 70s. And again, I'm not lifting the same type of weight or as heavy as I did in my past, but I still like lifting heavy weights. A lot of my friends who love lifting heavy weights through their 20s, 30s, 40s, now they're heading into their 50s and they're worn out. They've had a lot of injuries, or they're just super fatigued because they always went heavy, always went to failure. Some were bodybuilders, some were power lifters. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. But you got to think about the long term. What's that doing to your back if you're always squatting, deadlifting? It's, you know, I always said I've done hundreds of thousands of sets, hundreds of thousands of reps. What has that done to my body? Yeah, it kept me in a certain type of condition, but also what type of toll did it take on my body? So when you're working out, again, with heavy weights and things, remember, that's great, but it's also taking a certain type of toll on your body. Your body just may need certain types of breaks from that type of workout. Hopefully that helped you a little bit. Just something to think about. Do whatever the hell you want to do. If you're younger and you want to keep kicking it in the ass, and if you're a power lifter or a bodybuilder and you want to get nuts, God bless you. Keep going. Do whatever the hell you got to do. But there is going to probably come a time in your life, I'm just telling you right now, where things start to change. And a lot of times it's not for the better. There's a big difference too between building your body up and destroying your body. I've discussed this a lot of times. I was at a point where I took something very healthy, where I was building a lot of strength, getting very big, and then you kind of go over the cliff a little bit, and then it's about getting very heavy, very strong, and before you know it, I took something healthy and I made it very unhealthy. Don't do that to your body. Your body deserves more than that. And there is a lot more to life than lifting weights. If you're a professional bodybuilder or you're getting paid to be an athlete, that's a different thing. But for the average Joe out there, your body is the most important thing that you need to protect. And it's got to last the rest of your life. So remember, everything you're doing to it, there's going to be a price to pay, good or bad. All right? All right, I'm going to wrap it up there. What else? If you get a chance, check out my, my podcast, The Rich Celenza Show. I also, my website's richcelenza.com. You got any questions or comments, let me know. I'm on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Also, if you want, I have a program, Mastering Self-Confidence, where I try to help men with a lot of things. And one of them is fitness, wardrobe, hygiene, how to live an incredible life affordably, and actually advice on women too as well. So all that's masteringselfconfidence.com. All right, take care, and if you get a chance, subscribe. And oh, I just saw it. Hey, my buddy, Strong Arm Sports here. You get a chance, that's one of my sponsors. Love this guy. Great clothing line, especially if you're looking for something unique, not so, I get we all love Nike, we love Under Armour, we like Adidas, Puma, the list goes on, but just something where it's a little, you know, it's made in the United States, homegrown guy, and you know what's great about him, if you buy his clothes too and you post pictures, he shares them with his community as well. So if you're looking to build a bigger following, he can help you do that, which is amazing. And I've known him for 20 years, so it's not a bullshit thing. He is wonderful. The owner's Mordecai Williams Jr., strongarmsports.com. All right, take care, and I wish you nothing but the best.